All right, welcome back for another episode of the Lucky Dogs Podcast, iNRS Race Review, Episode 6. Today we are going to be reviewing the latest race at Las Vegas. As always, I got the Lucky Dogs Joe, Jake, and Corey here with me. Once again, I did not get the fortunate luck of being able to race, but boy, was I watching. So we'll quickly go through the results real quick, and then we will get into the hot topic coming up. So our winner once again is going to be Eric LaBombard. Second place, Lucas Cortman. Third place, Joe Torres. Eric Jeffers fourth. Jordan Wenzel fifth. Kai Collmore sixth. Grady Gherkin seventh. Gary Wells eighth. Joe Musso ninth. Matthew Patak 10th. Unfortunately, we have our boy Corey finishing 22nd. And we have our boy Jake finishing 34th. Also want to give a shout out to Short Fuse Motorsports 2. Jordan Wenzel, he finished 5th on there. We have our boy Zach Carter finishing 23rd. Is Eric? I think Eric's SFM2.
Eric and Grady. Grady finished 7th.
Okay, yeah. Eric finished 4th. Grady finished 7th. So SFM2 really knocked it out of the park, where Short Fusion Motorsports was
non-existent.
well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that a little bit later. So we'll start on a very positive note. I think it was a great race, from my opinion. From the looks of it, the broadcast did a great job. It looked racy. It looked fun. Looked like you could pass. A high side was coming along later in the run. It just looked fun and racy. We will start with our highest finisher. Joe, how did your Las Vegas race go?
You know, it didn't start out too hot. I qualified pretty deep. I was just, trying to get that Darth Moose nickname to stick. So I just thought I could try to climb my way up the field, and it wasn't working for a while. I got really lucky with a lot of like mishaps and stuff, but I worked my way up, and I think I got a stage point. Actually, I did qualify up there, I think. Now that I think about it, I think I got mixed with my Xfinity race. Xfinity was, you already know, crap. But Cup, yeah, I think I started towards the front, and I tried to fuel save, didn't work. Got like a stage point or two, and then just rode around, got caught up where I went through the grass, and that actually helped me because I went down pit road after that, stayed out, and got good track position. That kept me up front. And all the cautions fell and got me, what was it, 9th?
Yep.
Yeah, 9th. Also, shout out to the boy Gary Wells in P8. He did a heck of a job. We actually survived and finished a race for once. So props to him. But yeah, I'm just happy I finished.
Yeah, fortunately, you did start 22nd.
Oh, see, okay. I got mixed up with Xfinity.
No stage points.
Yeah.
Yeah, no stage points. That checks out. That checks out.
I'm like,
If I get a top 10, I don't get stage points. So.
Yeah, you were 13th in the stage. But, I mean, from 22nd to 13th in the stage, that was a good, good recovery, if you want to say that. Kept it clean. And then I know you had some late race strategy. Is that correct? Towards the end to help you get up front?
I mean, it wasn't really strategy. I was more pissed off that I got spun out. And so I was like, all right, well, I just got tires. They were like maybe not even 10 laps old. So I just stayed out. And I was like, they're just going to have to get around me. And I fired off pretty good. And then we got another restart. And that's when the tires got me. I just didn't get the restart I wanted on the outside of Grady. And I fell back. But yeah, I would say it's strategy, but more I was pissed off and I was just gonna go be a roadblock.
Yeah, now looking back at it, the top 10, there was only 2 drivers that finished in the top 10 that started 5th or better. So a big mover was Matthew, number 14. He started 32nd, finished 10th. So that was a big big move. Grady started 24th, he finished 7th. Joe Torres started 27th, finished 3rd. So good to see those guys, be patient all race long, fight their way up to the top, and finish in the top 10. So I think we had 27 cars on the lead lap, so that was good for them. But no, it was a good race. Five leaders, 6 lead changes. Cautions, not horrible. But yeah, our boy Corey had the fastest race lap, so props to you. I'd hit the applause button, but I don't know it on my soundboard. So yeah, and well, we'll get to Corey's race a little bit later. I don't want to spill all the beans. Um, so we will get to Jake's race review. How about that?
Yeah, let's do it. I felt like I had a pretty decent car all day. I felt like I could have won the race, but started fourth with the EOL penalties. Really moved us up front. I qualified sixth, moved up front to fourth. I think Vernon was in front of me. He got the lead early, and we're just racing with Tyler, Lem, and Vernon. It was a lot of fun. I was chasing him down right towards, I don't know, 20 laps to go in the stage. I was definitely faster. I just couldn't get the pass done. It was really tough to pass. The cars were really tight in dirty air. And I just got to the inside of them, and a caution came out. So I took 4 tires. Mr. Ennis did take 2 and jumped us, and I think a few other cars did. That put me back in the field a little bit in the lower half of the top 10, and I was fine. I was just waiting for the long runs, picking people off. Had a few guys that were better in long runs than me, but all in all, I felt pretty comfortable. I felt like I had one of the cars to beat. And then unfortunate cautions fell. I didn't take 2 tires. A lot of people took 2 tires. I took 4. It buried me in the pack. And unfortunately, I got wrecked. Um, just racing deal, 3 wide. Car in the middle got spooked and got tight. Clipped me. I had it saved, and then I got hit by a car coming by. So the end of my race there, too much damage, couldn't do anything. So it was a little too late in the race. I was bummed because I felt comfortable for once at Las Vegas, but we're just gonna move on to Darlington.
Yeah, I think Corey will dive into this when we talk about his brief positive interaction in his race. But the arrow was huge. I think this is the
Mm.
first. This was our first mile and a half, or your
Yep.
guys'. I'm just a fan in the grandstands buying general admission tickets, but um, I noticed that the arrow was crazy. Like even getting behind somebody briefly, the arrow was pretty drastic. Especially going 3 wide. It just doesn't take much to get loose like that and try to stay off everyone. And feels like I don't know how your guys' grip levels were, but I mean you get pushing hard, especially out of turn 2 or 4. It's gonna either start sliding up the track, um, and you're gonna hit somebody or the outside wall. So that's what I observed. Um, but looked a little racy. Yeah, you managed to start. It says here 8th, but with the penalties, you said you started up a little further in the field.
Yeah, fourth.
You did get to finish 4th in the stage, so that's 7 points right there. That's pretty helpful. Unfortunately, you did finish 34th, 26 laps down, but you got some stage points to, I don't know, make something out of the day, I guess. But it was a good point that you brought up. This was the first week of penalties. I don't have them here, but with the penalties, first week being found, first week with the penalty system in effect, there were a few drivers that had good qualifying runs, had to go all the way back. So let me see. I think this should be the first one. Um, hold on here. Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, maybe 8 cars with penalties. So good to see. I'll give the league some props for that. Good to see them. I don't want to say not take it seriously, but putting these penalties in effect. Hopefully, it can calm everyone down, that race a little bit cleaner. Especially now, if you already got one penalty, I think the next step is still going to be an EOL, maybe losing some points. I'm not sure how that's really going to go. Maybe we'll have one of the other admins on to help explain the penalty procedure, protest procedure, and what they are doing to help the racing product for everyone else. But did it help? 50-50. I'll say that.
50.
I'll wait until the penalty reports come out this week. I think they already
I
did.
think
No?
they did. Yep, they
Yeah,
did.
they did. Two cars with penalties, and one infraction was just the series banner wasn't displayed, so it was anything aggressive on the racetrack. So that being said, um, yeah, I think we will give Corey the floor. Put your seatbelt on because it might be a little roller coaster, maybe a little up, maybe a little down, maybe down some more. So we will give Corey the floor and he will tell us about his race.
All right. Well, first of all, congrats, Joe, on the top 10. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry
Thank you.
about your race, Jake.
Yeah, that black car worked.
It did.
Black car
It did,
worked for
man.
Joe.
Let's see. So I didn't qualify as well as I wanted to. Typical spring race for me. I never qualify well in the spring. I always do better in the fall for whatever reason. But started 15th. I think I moved up obviously a few spots because of the EOLs. Ran pretty well. It sucked in dirty air, but I was able to gain a few spots. I think I got up to like 7th or 8th before that caution came out. And then I was like, well, last year I lost this race because I took 4 tires. So I decided to go with 2, try to get some track position. We only had like 10 laps, I believe, until the stage. So I figured if I could get out front and just block for 10 laps, I'd be okay. And it worked out. I jumped all the way to the lead, restarted good. Probably got like a, I don't know, 7/10 lead or so, and just kind of ran away with it. The who was it behind me? I think it was Vernon. I was just
Yeah, they're battling crazy.
yeah, I was just trying to air block the best I could, doing my my best Kyle Larson impression. But I think he got into the wall with a few laps to go on the stage, and that was just enough for me to get the stage win. I think a caution actually came out that ended the stage.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So we got the stage win. Came down, got 4 tires. Came back out, still in the lead. I think after the stage, I just kind of pushed it too hard. I probably could have chilled out a little bit and been more conservative with my tires, being in the lead and having that air advantage, but I didn't. I kind of burned him up a little bit. And Lucas, who was it? Lucas. There was a couple people up there. All I remember was Lucas, because me and Lucas had a hell of a battle there for a while. They got by me. I think I ended up in like 4th or 5th. Just lost a bunch of spots because I ate up the tires. And then we must have had a caution later on. I can't remember.
think we had green flag pit stops.
Did we?
And then a caution came out like 20 laps later or something like that.
I don't remember. I got 4 tires eventually again. And then it was like one of the last cautions I took 2 and got the lead again. And we got to the final restart. 10 laps to go. I'm in the lead. I got my teammate Grady behind me. I've got Eric on my outside, who, props to him. I got nothing really against him at all. He ran an insane race. He started with an EOL all the way in the back after qualifying fourth, by the way. Drove all the way through the field and managed to get up to second. So props to him. But on that restart, I was like, all right, I'm on 2 tires. Eric's on 4. I just need to get a good jump on the restart to have an advantage, and I can air block for 10 laps. That I have no problem. I'm confident that I could win this race. So I was like, all right, Grady, I'm gonna count down to when we go so that maybe Grady can stay on my bumper and try to not necessarily block Grady, but have another car for Eric to have to get around. You know what I mean? And I started in first gear just like I had been doing the entire race, and I had done it before on worse tires. And I waited till the end of the box, counted down, we went. Well, before I went, it looked like Eric was kind of faded back a little bit towards my rear quarter. And he gassed it up early, kind of just, I think, just to get even with me. But when he did, the 71, I think, saw that and took off, got into Grady, got into me as I was shifting into second, which is the worst possible outcome. I lost hold of it a little bit, tried to gather it back up, and then the 71 got into Grady again, and that's kind of what finished me off. So yeah, we went from first to damn near dead last, and somehow I went a lap down. I still don't know how that happened. It was telling me to let the 7 by. I never saw the 7, and it put me a lap down. So we got another caution. I got the lucky dog, came back, finished like 22nd. But yeah, that one, that's a heartbreaker. I didn't necessarily think Eric did anything wrong. He didn't pass me. iRacing didn't throw a black flag, which, according to the admins, that's not an issue. If iRacing doesn't throw a black flag, then it's not a penalty, I guess. The issue that I had was the rulebook states the lead car has he holds, what am I trying to say here? He can go when he wants in the box. Yes, he controls the restart. The 2 car, the guy in second place, cannot, he has to maintain speed. That is what the rulebook states, word for word. And it also states that there is a 3 miles per hour buffer. We went back and checked the replay. He got up to 66, which is actually 6 miles per hour. I'm not here to say anything bad about him. I'm just stating what the rulebook states. Admins stated it wasn't an issue, so I don't really know where to go from there. It's unfortunate, but they're gonna say that I spun my tires and I did it to myself, and that's not what I saw. So there you have it.
Well, I think you explained it pretty good. The broadcast was actually in the in-car view of the second place car when this all happened, and it shows that and just to be clear, this is nothing against Eric. He did what he had to do, and if they're allowing it to happen, why not? You know, we're all looking for that extra advantage to gain something on our competitors, even if it's like the restart and like that. So I have nothing against Eric. Doesn't matter who it was, who was in the lead. And I bet you every other person that was racing that night, if they were on the receiving end of it like you are, they would have a problem with it as well. So I don't want to hear any of that BS because it's just you. No, you put yourself in that shoes 10 laps ago when you've led 51 laps, you have the fastest lap, you won the stage and have a really good race going, and then someone else ruins it. So yeah, that is correct. The rule book, it was he was on your right rear quarter, so technically not a full car length. Um, Although they did say they wanted cars, bunched up,
Or
bumper to bumper, make it nice and clean, no one laying back. But we'll save that for another conversation, I guess. So he was hanging back a little bit, started creeping. He has 6 miles per hour on top, and you are the leader, so you are the control car. You dictate when you go. You can go as soon as you get in the box. You can go when you get at the very end of the box. You control the restart, not the car behind you, not second place, nobody else. I remember 2017. It was the Brickyard 500. Casey Kane was the control car. He was leading. It was an overtime restart, and Denny Hamlin was up his ass where it was lifting his car off the ground. So he was complaining. I was like, I am the control car. And I thought that restart was going to make him lose the race. But hey, everything ended perfectly. He ended up getting another restart, getting the lead. And that was his last win, actually. But I'm getting too emotionally sidetracked. So back to the restart. Um, yeah, he hung back. He tried to jump the start. And when he was starting to hustle, and realized that you weren't going and he was going to beat you to the line. I don't know if he slammed on the brakes, but he obviously slowed down. But just that quick movement of the difference in speed from you maintaining speed and him being 6 miles per hour over, obviously you see that. We're all waiting for the reaction. So as soon as we see the first car go or the car in front of us go, we are going. 10 laps to go, race on the line, we are going. So since he jumped, slowed down a little bit, that caused a huge chain reaction. And nothing against the car who hit Grady. He was going off his reaction time. I mean, 10 out of 10 people are going to do that.
Yeah,
So
well,
the thing with
granted,
uh,
also
Yeah.
yeah, granted with that is when you're the fifth place car, like the 71 was, you cannot see the leader. You
yeah,
can see
you're
second
looking at
place.
second place.
I
right.
always watch second place when I can't. I'm in fifth place. I'm looking at second place
Right,
because they
right,
were going to
right.
have the second best reaction. So I definitely get why the 71 went
Oh yeah,
because he
and
saw
no
the
no
roll
fault
up.
to him. Yeah,
So
yeah. So they're all rolling, getting bunched up, ready to go. Just waiting for that quick reaction to drop the hammer and get going. So when that started, he unfortunately hit Grady, and the perfect storm happened. You got on the gas as soon as you're about to shift. That's when he had contact and just spun you right out. Of course, ruins your race. I personally, don't get me wrong, I'm a mid pack hero, lucky dog champion. Um, but I don't know. I doesn't sit with me well. I just feel like it's restart mind games. Do we start talking about restart etiquette? But then on the other end, you say, well, I technically he didn't jump the start because he didn't pass you at the start finish line.
Right.
Technically, yes, he didn't jump the start. But when you make an aggressive launch and your car literally jumps forward faster than everyone else, that causes a chain reaction. How does that not sit well with anyone else, regardless if you got jammed up in it or not? I mean, it caused a caution, it caused multiple cars to get wrecked, ruined a few races. It's, in my opinion, that right there contradicts at least two of the things in the rule book about the restarts. I know you did hear back from admins. I think it's a piss poor response, so not too pleased with that. But like I said, just my opinion. What do I know? But when is enough enough? When is enough enough? When do you draw the line? When does it go too far? Do you look more of the severity of it towards the end of the race like that? Or do you try to call it throughout the whole race? Because, we do stage race in this league, so you're at least guaranteed one caution. So, in the start of the race. So going forward, what do you guys think? Is this something that penalties can or should be assessed? Or assessed? And going forward, does it open? room for more shenanigans for anyone to try to play these games.
Well, this just set a precedent. So they're stating that if they're not throwing a penalty for it, if iRacing doesn't. So now we know that if
Just gonna put it in the tool belt.
if that's not
Yep.
something that iRacing is going to throw a penalty for, then that's for everybody to use. So I think you're going to see more mayhem after this precedent has been set. Personally, and there's nothing we can do about it until it gets crazy. I'm assuming so.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what the restart zone is for. Just let iRacing handle it because there's no live race control, so it's not like they can dictate and watch it back. So you just got to kind of have to let iRacing do its thing, and to whatever rules it is, and that's just gonna have to be how it is. I mean, everybody plays restart games, so like you guys said, now we know that just add it to the tool belt, watch out for it, and just use it if you need to, and hopefully it doesn't get used against you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
I will say,
I mean,
I'm happy for the most part. I mean, obviously till the end, I can't complain about how the rest of the race went. I got the stage win. I got a bunch of points. I got the stage win, fastest lap, most laps led. It was huge for points. I think I stayed where I was in points, so I didn't really lose anything. Let's see. Yeah, I'm in sixth in points, only 2 back from Joe Torres. So at least I had that, but yeah, would have been a win. Would have been much different.
win's always the best.
I'd probably be in fourth, but whatever.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate, and I mean, I'll wrap up the restart talk right here, so it's not all about it. Difficult, like you said, because there's no race control. But where do you draw the line? Nothing against the guy who did it. I mean, like you said, it's a tool on the tool belt, I guess. But until it causes something in total chaos and calamity, I just feel like this was their first chance to really set the tone about it. Um, and as of right now, I just feel like they're dropping the ball a little bit. So when is enough going to be enough? And when do you start penalizing people when you haven't done it from the start?
I was gonna say
So
I don't
I
think you
don't know.
can. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think that's my biggest thing with it is just the consistency. We all complain about NASCAR's consistency of throwing cautions to the rules, yada yada. So is this going to be a consistent ruling? Like we just want to know. So if we have to race like that, we're going to race like that. Because we all want that extra advantage. And knowing me, being in the middle of the pack to the end of the pack, it does have a huge effect throughout the whole pack too. Because if people are trying to jump the start and they check up, and let's say the high side is checking up, that's an according fact all the way back. And if there's a car in front of me and a car behind me, and we don't know, like I'm getting damage from both ends. So over the restart games, like let me just race my race, try to finish in the top 25, try to take some pictures that make me look somewhat fast on the track, and just let me just race. I'm okay with having a nice battle for 15th or 20th in the back if it's fun and it's aggressive and it's just a blast. But when other people are just doing this and it ruins the whole race for everyone else, it just I don't know when do you stop? But yeah, just going forward, if that's the way it's going to be, that's what people are going to have to do. And I think people are going to have to understand and accept that hey, well, now if I'm the leader, I know this guy is going to maybe play some games in second place. So you have to turn around and be on your toes and play it back. So
Well, the other thing is
that's just my opinion.
they're not going to rule anything right now anyway because they didn't see it the way I did. They saw it as I spun my tires and that was that. They didn't see anything else. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see it again when there's
We
one
will.
of the favorites up there that's leading the race and it happens. Maybe people don't think I'm as good because of what happened to me last week, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we will definitely see. So jumping ship, we will go over the points real quick. So first place with 206 points, we have Lucas Gortman. Second place, Eric Lombard. Scott Bailey third. Jacob Musso fourth. Joe Torres fifth. Corey Ennis sixth. Kai Collmore seventh. Tyler Lem eighth. Grady Kirkin ninth. Matthew Patak 10th. Alec Daffin 11th. Jordan Wenzel 12th. Daryl Young tied for 12th. Jeff Ramsdale, Joe Musso 15th, and then Paul Irvin shows 16th right there. So yeah, there's a 17-point gap between first and second. And then it gets pretty big. There's a 45-point gap from third to second. So everyone else from third down to 16th,
Pretty
there's
close.
about, maybe 30-ish points. So something that can definitely make up in a race. So my other thing with the points now is we're a few races into this thing. How much longer do you guys think you have until you sort of start to panic
I mean,
about
Mm,
making the top
if
16?
if I'm down near the cut line and I'm only fourth, and if there's 30 points between me and 16th, that's one more bad race without stage points and a bad finish, and I will be down there. So honestly, I'm watching that carefully now because you don't know if you're going to get 4 DNFs at the end of the regular season, and if it's so tight now, it's probably still going to be tight. I mean, the field this year is very good. I
Yes.
think it's all super tight, and everybody finishes good. It's just it depends where they, how about big of a field we get. We could get 35 cars. Next week we get 20, and you're not gonna be able to make up that many points. So I think early right now is gonna be the biggest time to make up points. Hopefully the people around you have bad races, and you get a bigger gap. And then once the cars start falling out of the field, you won't have to worry about points as much with
Yeah,
the
it's a,
smaller field.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, third place right now, they have a total of 144 points, and sixth place right now has 103. So, very good point. Las Vegas, we had a field of 38 cars. So, it's definitely a big enough gap where if someone has a bad day, you're definitely going back. But
yeah,
if you have a good day,
literally the
you
only
go
thing
forward.
keeping me alive right now is the 30 stage points. I mean, without those, I would be out of the top 16. So it's
Yep.
time to start watching it right now for sure. Every race is going to matter in this format. So
Yeah,
For
and
sure.
you got the 2 drop weeks, so the points will change. I think it factors those drop weeks in after the 26 races. So every race matters, every point matters because you don't know if you're going to make it. You think you make it, and then the weeks happen, and then you're 17th. And for me, I don't have a strong list of tracks where I'm good at. So I really got to get maximize as many points as I can on my bad tracks and hopefully finish these races because I'm notorious in the infield care center. So I gotta kind
He's well
of
known.
right. They know me like personally, Christmas cards and all, and I gotta try to limit that and just try to qualify better and finish better. And yeah, I'm what 15th already, and I've had an okay start to the year, and then it went downhill, and that was only 2 races. So, I mean, I finished dead last at Phoenix, um, and I think that dropped me to 20th. So to work my way back up early is key because once those, like Jake said, those cars drop out, the fields get smaller, more condensed. You're not going to be able to have somebody that wrecks out that's up there in front of you because they'll still finish 2 spots behind you if you just are running around. So, um, yeah, early, make points. I'm watching that cut line like a hawk because my name's right there. So, I
Yeah,
think
you're
that's
sitting 15th in the points. You did make up 5 spots. You're sitting at 107 points, 12 stage points. Um, so you definitely had an improvement
one
from this
stage point.
last race,
That's
but
Paul.
it did take a top 10. So, good run. good points recovery. But at what point do you start trying to just go for stage points? Or when do you start trying to put more emphasis on qualifying instead of long run practice? And like, where's your headspace at right now, Joe? Of how you're trying to attack each weekend right on the cut line? Are you trying to go all in for a win, or are you just trying to really get a strong finish and not have to rely on stage points or try to get it in the stage?
I mean, every week you should be worried about qualifying and going for the win, because if you're not going for a win, then what are you doing? Um, but like I said, I don't have like these tracks coming up. We got like Martinsville and a bunch of short tracks, which I'm not really good at those, and we all know they get caution fast crazy. So that's one DNF almost guaranteed if you're in the back. So I want to work on my qualifying speed. I know as of late on the long runs, that's the only time I actually feel like I belong in the top 15. So I do have to work on the short run speed. Stage points is going to be hard. There's definitely 14 to 15 other cars that are just blatantly faster than me any given night. So I would always like to get stage points, but if I can't, I'd like to at least survive the stage and then focus on finishing in the top 10, top 15. If I know I'm not going to finish there for the stage.
Yep.
So I think
That's a
just
good point.
surviving the first half if I know I'm not going to get the stage. But like I said, I'm 15th. I'm going to have to start risking it because this is the only chance, because once it gets too far, the hole gets too big, I'm going to be sitting in my own
Right.
piss. So I'm just going to have to go for it. I'm just going to go for it every race, every lap, just going to go for it.
Well, it was nice to see that you had a little better luck running a all black shout out monster car. But you might be in luck, Joe, because where are we going next week or this week? Oh, we're going to Darlington. You know, my favorite track. I love running Darlington. Very easy, simple, cookie cutter track. You can run it with your eyes closed. Um,
I love
Psych.
your
So
sarcasm.
yeah, it is gonna be crazy. In real life, it's gonna be crazy, but I think you did a little bit of practice already, Corey, and you said it's night and day different from any other Darlington you've raced before. Is that correct?
Yeah. It feels, well, we went out, I think it was 80 or 90 degrees. I can't remember. I practiced on the session, whatever the league weather is set to. It was not super hot, but I just felt like there was just not nearly as much grip as there used to be, and the tires go quickly. We put down, well, me and Zach practiced. I don't know how many laps he did, but I put down about 100 laps at Darlington, and after about 3, the tires are hot. So it's rough. There's not a lot of grip. I think you got to use more brake. It's very different. So and that's by yourself. In traffic, I think it's going to be very rough. Darlington, as you guys know, is mostly a 2-lane track, and if you don't know both lanes, you're in trouble, because if the guy in front of you is running the same lane, you're never going to get by him. The dive bombs don't work. I've seen people try to dive into turn 3 and they just come right up the track and murder half the field. So I would hope to see a better race. I hope that, I mean, we do have a lot of talent in here this year. A lot of guys raced there last year. I hope for the most part the etiquette is the same or better. We had a mostly decent race, I think, last year. It's a lot of give and take. So if you see somebody behind you is faster, it's almost safer to just let them go and survive. You know what I mean? So qualifying will be key. You don't want to be stuck in the back of Darlington. With aero and hot tires, it's gonna be rough back there. So we'll see. I think it'll be fun, but it's gonna be rough for sure.
Yeah, definitely track where you cannot hide. and it will bite you in the ass multiple times. Lap one, turn one, doesn't matter. So this is everyone's warning now to get on, get some practice in. All three series are going to be at Darlington. This is the Ram debut.
Yes,
Ram
sir.
debut. And I'm going to give shout outs to all the Case Cane paints that I see on a Ram truck. So that would be pretty cool to see.
Speaking of
And it's
which,
throwback.
we
Oh,
have some very cool paint schemes this weekend, and I am
oh yeah.
super excited.
Yeah, it is unofficially now the throwback weekend. So not mandatory. I think a few people are doing it. Definitely cool to see. But I'm definitely excited to see all the King throwback paints for the Ram. I think the defending winner is Lucas, if I'm correct.
Oh, great.
Lucas or Corey Bunch?
Yeah, I want to say it was Lucas. I think he was in the Hooters throwback. Chase's Hooters throwback when he got at it with Harvick at Bristol, but that could be another race. I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely gonna be fun to watch. I'll be at work, so definitely give me something to watch all week. But yeah, other than that, I have nothing else. We will see what happens, how we're gonna race.
No, last year
Um,
the Darlington winner was Dakota. He's not here this year.
Oh yeah,
oh,
yeah.
He
Dakota.
led. He
He
led
was
like the entire
spring.
race.
He
Yeah,
won
was
the
he the
spring. He didn't win the
16?
fall.
Maybe that's
Well,
one getting
was
wrong.
he 9? No, he's not 19.
No,
He
it
might have
was
I
a
been
Hooters
86.
car though, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember his number.
No, he won the spring. He didn't. He won the spring last year. He didn't win the fall.
Yeah, we're going to the spring race.
Yeah.
I know, but that means Lucas won the fall.
Nope.
Maybe I
Yeah.
don't.
Austin Wheeler
Either
won the
way.
fall race.
Oh yeah, I
Mm.
finished second. Yep.
Well, I take the shout out back for Lucas. So guess what, Lucas?
Either
You gotta
way, he's
win
going to be
now.
a problem. So
So yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. If he wins one more, I'm deleting the episode of him on the podcast. Because, can't get too many wins already. But yeah, he's gonna be going for his second win. Eric will be going for his third. Scott Bailey's got a win, and Jacob Mashow will look for his second win right here. But yeah, pretty excited.
before we leave, I know we only have a few minutes
Oh
because
yeah.
Jake's got to go practice. Does anybody have any questions? I saw one question earlier.
Oh yeah, new segment. So every time we go live, this is going to be live on Corey's stream, short fused on Twitch. You can watch him there for all the live races throughout the week. But we will do a live. I don't know how long this is going to last, guys, but we're going to do a live question.
Well, we have one right now. This could go towards me or Jake. How do you plan to bounce back after a rough finish at Vegas? Jake, go ahead.
Well, great question. We're gonna give it hell. We're gonna do it for Dale. Rip around Darlington like a bald eagle. Hopefully, we qualify up front and stay up front. I had good success here last year, even though I got spun out on one of the restarts. I came back and finished second. Just really just got to take care of the car, take care of your tires, and race the racetrack. I don't care if I'm battling for the lead. I'm racing the racetrack, and I got to tell myself that every single lap because I will go for it and I'll burn it up. So mainly just qualify good and rip around that place like a bald eagle.
Yes, sir. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I think I don't know where I qualified there last year. Like I said, I've been practicing a lot, so hopefully we can put down a good lap. I think I finished sixth, right behind Whitley last year, if I'm not getting those mixed up. Shout out to Michael Whitley, we miss him,
And Corey Bunch.
and Corey Bunch. That was fun, but that's without avoiding any wrecks. So hopefully we can do the same this year and turn around what happened last week or this week.
Definitely.
How does everyone feel about Darlington? Yeah, that's pretty much how we feel. Just don't die, and we'll be all right.
Arlington's my favorite track. I I love racing it. I loved when we went. I'm very excited that I have a Sunday off, so I can just sit home, make some chicken wing dip, and watch it. So I'm pretty excited, especially hearing that it's going to have over 4 second fall off of the tires, and it's going to be out of control per Chase Briscoe and Denny Hamlin. So if
So
Hamlin's saying it's going to be difficult at Darlington, and Chase Briscoe saying it's going to be difficult at Darlington, I'm absolutely taking their word for it. So we do have another question. What are your guys' predictions of where you will qualify and finish?
oof.
Specific numbers, please. Don't say in the top half or bottom half.
Specific numbers.
Give me a hard number.
I'm gonna
Ooh,
qualify 8th, and I'm gonna finish first.
okay, I like that. Going off my qualifying the spring last year, I'm not sure. I think I qualified in the top 5. In the fall, I qualified 15th. So I'm gonna say 8th or 10th. I'll start, and like Corey, I want to win, but I'll take second.
My man.
You know, I don't remember. I know I have a DNF at some point last year at Darlington. I think I got spun out in the spring one. So I'm going to start 28th. And I don't know. It seems to be my finishing number most of the time. So I'm going to finish 11th. Double ones, baby.
Hey,
Okay,
just like I tell everyone in every official, I'm just here to pass the crash cars,
I'm
man.
here for SR.
Yeah, I'm here for
100%.
SR. So yeah, all right. Joe wants to finish 11th. Jake wants to finish second.
I mean, I like to
Um,
finish first, but I got to be realistic with myself.
yeah. Well, I mean, Ennis, he wants to finish first, but I mean, we're gonna have a restart at least
At
once.
some
So,
point. Yeah.
Wow.
so yeah.
I lied. So the spring race last year, I started 12th, finished 21st. I got wrecked with 2 laps to go, so I did get it mixed up. So we'll try not to do that. If we can just have a
Yeah.
better race than last year, I'll be happy.
Yeah. So we got another question. Do you guys feel more confident in the trucks, O'Reilly, or Cup car?
Cup car, easy.
Rank them. Rank them 1 to 3.
Cup,
1 being your
truck,
favorite, most confident.
Cup, truck, O'Reilly.
Well, since I'm retired from my truck league, um, I did love the truck, so I go truck, Cup, Xfinity. Xfinity can burn, and drive off into the Grand Canyon.
Funny
Um,
because last year I raced the Xfinity race, qualified in the top 10. And that's what I did. Out of turn 2. I literally drove left off the face of the map.
Yeah, you're right behind
So
me. I'm
ended my
watching
race.
my
Yep,
mirror.
I did all that work for a nice throwback case cane paint, and I lasted 2 corners.
Right in the fence.
Right in the fence. But hey, I did it with a smile.
So you're racing
what about you, Joe?
this week, Eddie?
Oh, I'm not. Nope. My next race is going to be the 30th at Rockingham for the trucks.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's when I'm back. So
Maybe I'll make a
what's
debut
your
tomorrow for the trucks. The Ram is
maybe
back.
Should
One off.
Ram is back. Do it for Case Kane, man.
do it.
Just a one off.
So what about you? What's your rank, Joe?
oh, man. I'm pretty buns in them all, but I don't know. I don't like the Cup car personally, so I'll probably put that at 3. I'll do truck second. I'm probably the only person that likes the Xfinity car
Yeah,
just because
yeah.
it feels like I can actually manipulate it a little bit more. So I feel like the Xfinity car might be a lot of fun. I mean, it was fun at Las Vegas for once.
That
So,
was. I'll give it that.
so with the new Arrow, hopefully
I
it
died, but
makes it a
it
little
was
bit
still
more
good.
entertaining. Yeah, trust me, I know. I also perished. But yeah, I think Xfinity might be my favorite. I know it's a small field, so top 15s all day. But
With Joe being the only one liking Xfinity, I bet you he's the only one that likes Dasani water. So
oh no, don't
Guaranteed.
put that on me. No, Xfinity I'll probably get wrecked in. So, but I'll still leave it at 1. Trucks is anybody's game, so we'll see.
Yeah, I like Trucks Cup Xfinity. But I just love Darlington. So I'll probably run a few officials a week.
You say that
and then
now.
go from there. But
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, we'll do one more. It's our first segment, so we'll do one more. What are you guys expecting with the dirty air at Darlington and the effect of the tire degradation? How do you guys plan to combat it? Both the tire and the air.
I can't give away all my secrets, but honestly, it's just get the cleaner on your nose. Don't be right behind somebody. Just have your left headlight out. Um, really watch how much you turn in the corners. If you're in the middle of the corner, just absolutely cranking on the wheel, you're gonna have no right front left. It's really smooth inputs here. It might not look like it. It might look like you're just hanging on for dear life, which you are, but you really got to focus on the smooth inputs. So that's what I'll be focused on. I'm not going to give away my secret for my corners because I have a line that I save tire very well with. So yeah, other
Oh,
than
is that
that,
the
it's
line
just
you? Is that the line you learned from me going into one?
no. I actually learned it from Anthony Alfredo. Shout out Fast Pasta. Um,
not, not shout out Justin Algeier. That'll be another
yeah,
podcast
that
we'll
guy's a
talk
bum.
about.
I'm literally wearing an Algeier shirt.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
wearing Anthony Alfredo, baby. Oh,
Yeah.
hint at the Xfinity throwback. Hint at the Xfinity throwback, by the way.
Oh,
We
rip
might have a
roaring.
Ooh.
Ooh.
we might have a same color scheme. It might not be the Simpsons car. It might be another one, but
Yeah.
um, yeah. Honestly, it's just watch out for the mayhem. Don't be right up somebody's butt if you can't help it.
Yeah. I think it's a good point, especially Darlington. Yeah, it is 2 lanes, but the main race line, like it's pretty single file, pretty quick. So don't where they, sort of be where they're not. A lot of give and take, especially out of turn two. My personal thing was I always try to save my right rear tire the most, so I wasn't on the gas completely coming out of corner exit. Um, but yeah, definitely good points, Jake. What about you, Joe and Corey?
Don't hit the wall. um, that's how you're gonna, the dirty air is gonna make you really tight, and it already is hard enough not to hit the wall. So you don't want to slide those tires, especially when they get older. They're gonna be really hot. You're just gonna burn them up real fast. So, um, trying to limit how aggressive you are on the throttle, a lot of throttle control, and like Jake said, nice steering inputs, nice and gentle.
Yeah, they pretty much summed it up. I think I'm willing to bet 90% of the field gets a Darlington stripe. The lady in black is not nice to anyone. She does not care. She does not discriminate. But limiting that, saving your car, saving your tires,
Save your toe length.
yeah, save your toe link. Um is going to be key. Like Jake said, you cannot pull on the wheel here. You have to just a little decrease in turn input will save you a ton in the long run. Which, that being said, I don't know what a long run is going to look like. It could be 5 laps, it could be 30. So that's another thing we got to look out for. Are we going to have green flag pit stops? Are we just going to have 3 cautions to get our tires? I don't know. But save yourself as much as possible and be alive at the end. That's all you can do.
But yeah, sounds like we should be in for an exciting week. Thanks for everyone who jumped in, asked us a question or two. I don't know what we're gonna call it, but that'd be the end of Ask the Dogs segment. So, but yeah, exciting week coming up. Like I said, all 3 series are there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You can catch all the races live on Corey's Twitch stream. That's short fused on Twitch. Be fun to watch. Real time, getting mad, getting angry, going through all the emotions. So can't miss it.
Hear me, bitch.
You
But yeah,
see
Yep.
be
and hear it
excited.
all.
We will hopefully see a good race Thursday. Make sure everyone watches it on the broadcast on YouTube, IWM
Yep.
broadcast.
Mhm.
Broadcast network.
So yeah, you guys got anything else to wrap up or no?
I think I'm all
No,
set.
I'm all good.
That's it for me. Eddie,
Did we lose them?
Oh, we might have lost
I
them.
think we lost him.
Well,
All right.
All right. Well,
Lucky
we'll impromptu. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, it died.
We know what we're
I don't know
doing.
why. I don't know why. But yeah, so hopefully you guys tune in. Should be an exciting week, and can't wait to see the Rams on track. So thanks for tuning in on another episode, and we will see you next week. See ya.
Peace.
Later.